Welcome to Retirement, your third act, the podcast for those navigating the transition from work to what comes next. Whether you're planning for retirement or already there, you're not alone. This is a time of change, excitement, and sometimes uncertainty, but it's also a time of opportunity. Hosted by Peter Watts, this podcast brings you real stories from people on the same journey, sharing their challenges, successes, and lessons learned. So, sit back, listen in, and find reassurance, inspiration, and ideas for your own third act. So let's get started. Over to your host, Peter.
So welcome to Retirement Act 3. As you know, Rich, that I work with over 100 families, and retirement means different things to different people. And for some, it's a well-earned rest from a physically demanding job. And today I'm joined by Richard James, who has been a builder all his life and has taken a step back and from full-time work and now spending time with family, friends, traveling. And I know when you and I kind of catch up as regularly as we do, we talk about your love of cars, luxury watches and jewellery. So today's chance for you and I to have a chat and a conversation about your retirement journey really into the third act, and to talk about how you found it, what things you might have had to adjust, but also the things that you've learned so other people can potentially learn from it. So welcome, Richard. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Peter.
So look, before we kind of get into how you got into the building trade and all the great things you're doing in retirement, I'm going to throw something at you, a bit of a curveball. But if you could sum up retirement in 3 words, what would they be?
A lot more time for me and the wife and family.
Oh, mate, we've gone to 10 there, I think. I don't know how many words that was, but brilliant. Okay, good. So time, more time. That's exactly. Nice. Yeah, because sometimes we kind of, from my point of view, I forget that that's what we're there for, isn't it? Really, time with our loved ones and creating memories and doing all the things that you may not have been able to do while you were working.
Well, when you're working, I was working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Now, I don't work at all.
Yeah.
So I got 7 days a week instead of 2 weekend days, really.
Yeah. That's a nice way of putting it, actually. So straight into that then, Rich. How, you and I have known each other for many years, but I don't know how you got into the building trade. So do you just mind kind of taking us way back when? And I appreciate it's going to test the old grey matter, but, how did you get into building?
Well, when I was at school, it's 5th year.
Right, okay.
So when you're in the 5th year, you do work experience. I don't know if it was called that then, but that's what it's called now.
Yeah. That's where kind of kids go out and go into the world of work and trial it.
I enjoyed doing printing at school, but I'm not a very good speller.
Right, okay.
So that was hit into the head.
Yeah.
So then I decided I'd be a car mechanic. Didn't like that because I thought I was going to take an engine apart from day one.
Yeah.
Didn't work. I brushed up sawdust nearly all day.
Oh, no, really? Did you? Oh no.
Nightmare. Local garage in Stoke.
Yeah.
So then went back to the work experience guy in school. I'll be a builder.
Right.
So then they sent me to Yeovil Tech on I think it was like a 2-week course.
Yeah.
Just to get into it. Me and a few others, we built a garage.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't use sand.
What, household garage? Like a house garage?
Just a single story garage.
Yeah.
Didn't use cement and I think we just used lime and sand. So when we finished, you took it down again.
Oh, really? How old were you then?
15, I reckon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't go straight into that then. I actually went into a factory.
Yeah.
Done very well. Went on the maintenance staff I was the youngest one ever to go on the staff.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good achievement.
And then obviously it shut down.
Yeah.
Met a bloke called David Hingley. Showed me the building again. And that started me back on the building trade.
Right, okay.
And from about 23 till retirement, still on the build, stayed on the building all the time.
Wow, yeah.
Even built 2 extensions for you.
Yes, you did. Yeah, fantastic. And they're still standing.
Marvellous. That's the main thing. Yeah,
but, those extensions are phenomenal pieces of work that you've done. But you also worked in Henley as well, haven't you? You know,
Oh,
some of
yeah,
the
we've
projects
done
you've done in
Henley
London as
Manor.
well. What you're talking to me about, in just
we
blows my mind.
We turned in the manor house into 4 houses.
Yeah.
And 14 barn conversions.
Wow. Okay.
So
yeah.
8.5
Hell of an
years
achievement.
work.
Hell of an achievement.
8.5 years of work. It was marvelous.
Brilliant. Wow. And you know, I'm interested because I meet lots of people in different trades where they're having to work. You know, they having to use their hands to make their money, so to speak. And I put my hand up and see mine that's, not manicured one little bit, but you can tell I hold a pen or tap away on things compared to your huge shovels as hands. But, it's a really demanding job on your body.
But it's good. It's good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard work never killed nobody.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree there. And one thing I'm probably quite jealous of really is the amount of you would move and you'd be really physical, that kind of stuff. But on that, was that in your mind when you're coming up to retirement? What kind of your body, your aches, your pains. I mean, geez, I'm 44 years of age, and sometimes my knees kind of crack and break. But
I think when I got to 65, I was still reasonably fit now, but I never thought about retirement then.
Okay.
As such.
Okay, yeah.
Then I still had work coming in.
Yeah.
Still had labour working with me.
Yeah.
And it was, 65, then 66 come around, and 67 come around. And you think, it was getting a bit too much. Really.
Was it? Yeah.
Because until I was 60, I worked 6 days a week.
Wow.
It was only when I got to 60, I cut out working Saturdays.
Jeez.
Because Saturdays was beer money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I was a little bit afraid to retire, really.
Yeah.
But once I got into that, because I done then from 5 days a week, I went to 3 days a week.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Was that helpful? Was
that
was
lovely?
Was it?
It was lovely.
Was it hard though? If you've got work coming in, to say no to people, considering you may have said
that's the worst thing of the lot.
Is it
saying no?
Is it? Yeah.
Because you it's hard to say no.
Yeah.
Oh, Rich, can you just come up and do? And it's never just can you come up and do. It's always you're here.
Yeah.
Bit more.
Yeah.
But then I decided no, I'm going to do 3 days a week.
Right.
And so I used to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
Okay, nice.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That got me into thinking, I like this time off.
Yeah.
I can go visiting anywhere, go out in the caravan, go and see the grandkids, pick the grandkids up from school.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Not when I was 6 days a week or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You've got no chance of doing it.
No.
I never actually seen my kids grow up.
Yeah.
But now I got grandkids.
They're seeing you more than.
Well, I've seen them grow up.
Yeah.
But my kids, it's on Sunday.
Yeah.
Time I went to work, they was going to school.
Yeah.
Time I come back from work, they were ready for bed.
Yeah.
So.
No, I hear that a lot. And I don't think people realise sometimes that that's the way life goes, isn't it? That you actually spend more time with your grandchildren, or those just simply walking the grandchildren to school or picking them up, seeing their faces. It's lovely.
They come, hello, Grandad. And it never happened before. Well, obviously because I didn't do it, but and also you don't have to. You can go away like Monday when there's nobody about.
Yeah.
If you've got to go somewhere Saturdays, it's heaving with people.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. You can do what you want
when you want.
When you want.
Yeah. So look, married to Ros. Did you and Ros retire together, or was she retired before, or no, not retired now? She'd probably say.
Ross has been doing hair.
Yeah.
Ever since she had Kelly.
Yeah.
She finished in a shop, then done a mobile. But she still does 3 on Thursday and 2 on Fridays.
Yeah, okay.
Because she don't take any more on.
Yeah.
But she can't say no to them because they're like in their 80s, 90s, some of them.
Yeah.
So it's whenever anything happens to them,
Sure. Okay.
she will actually finish.
Yeah. So how has it been spending more time, when she isn't at work, kind of stuff together?
Well, it's not. It's lovely.
That's the right answer, by the way.
Yeah. Probably fall out more
Yeah.
because
Well, you're
closer
spending more time together, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd all be the same.
But no, you got lots more time.
Was that? I don't know what word to use, Rich. Not a struggle, but was that a big adjustment for you from going from up at crack of dawn, getting out there, building site, or doing a job for somebody at a certain time, to coming home? You're quite structured. You'd have your sandwiches at a set time, leave work, get back, maybe dust down, take whatever your life looked like, to all of a sudden going, hang on, my alarm clock isn't waking me up now, or actually, what does today look like? Was that quite easy?
I think if you finished from 5 days a week and finished,
yeah.
it would've been
Okay.
hard.
Yeah.
Because I gradually done it, I got used to not doing it, if that makes any sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I felt a bit guilty
Did you?
in a way, thinking I should be at work.
Yeah. Okay. Was because it's been a habit.
Because that's all I've ever done from
Yeah.
16 till 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I slowed down a bit when I was 65, but
Yeah.
I used to think, really, I should go to work.
Yeah.
But that don't enter my head now.
No. Nice.
But
how long did it take for that to happen? Was it quite a quick thing that it didn't enter your mind, or was it,
it took
days,
me-
weeks, months?
took me a couple of months to think, Rich, you are 70.
Yeah.
It's time to stop.
Yeah.
It's time to stop.
So what does your week look like now? I've kind of built a picture.
Mondays is always grocery shopping day,
Okay. Yeah.
because we go out with father-in-law, take his groceries. He's still living at 93.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So he does his
Lovely.
shopping. We do our own shopping. Nearly go somewhere most days.
Yeah.
Instead of the weekends now.
Sure.
Before it was Saturday shopping. Sunday, when Rosalind got to a certain age, well, it was when her mum died. When her mum died, she's not cooking roast dinners anymore.
Right.
Because we always went to the pub Sunday lunchtime.
Yeah.
So we stopped that, and that was 11 years ago. So now Sunday dinner times, go garden centre or somewhere for a bit of lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Is it?
Because you ain't got no washing up to do afterwards. I enjoy that bit.
Yeah.
But, now because we've got a caravan, a towable caravan, and we can go away when we want to go away.
Yeah. Okay.
If we said,
Which is probably cheaper as well, isn't it?
a lot cheaper.
Is it?
If you go, like, Easter's coming up,
Yeah.
we're not going to Easter weekend, only because Rosalind loves doing Easter hunts in the garden for the kids.
Yeah.
grandkids. So we'll go the
lovely.
week after,
Yeah.
which is,
Quieter, just as nice.
Yeah.
Half the price probably. And,
probably half
and
the
yet you've
price.
actually had time to spend with the kids because they're off as well, aren't they? I suppose around
and
Easter.
there's not so many kids running around.
Yeah.
Your own grandkids are all right.
But other people. So,
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
no,
but still,
no, it's all right. Good,
I know what
good,
you mean.
So, spending more time with children, grandchildren as well. I think you've already touched on kind of the things you're doing with them, just being a part of their everyday lives, I suppose, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got 6 grandsons.
Yeah.
Ryan's just turned 23, and Ashton now is 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And Rosalind's looked after them ever since Ryan was a baby.
Wow. Okay.
So she've always had, what do they say? I can't
Connection or kind
remember.
of time with them.
Like 3 days a week, Kelly works.
Yeah.
So Nanny've always had
Yeah.
to go pick them up from school, whatever, which I never done.
No.
But now I'm retired.
Yeah.
Nanny wants to stay home. Grandad can go and pick them up,
Lovely.
which is lovely. The youngest two, they look forward to seeing if Grandad's in the playground. Grandad.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Lovely.
brilliant to see. Brilliant to see.
And it's nice for me too, because it's a bit, well, it's personal, isn't it? It's really personal.
Yeah, you see the impact you have on them and their
Oh,
faces.
yeah,
They love it.
yeah.
They love it. I wanted to touch on just really briefly because you know that I've cruised in the past and love it, but you've caught the cruising bug as well, haven't you?
Amazing.
Tell us more about that. Well, What have you enjoyed about
Rosalind didn't really want to do it at the start because
No.
she said a boat.
Yeah.
But it's not a boat, it's a ship.
Yeah.
And it's probably nearly as big as South Paddington.
Yeah.
And the first one we'd done Italy and Croatia.
Lovely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a balcony cabin,
Yeah.
which she loved because she loves reading, sitting out on the balcony. Well, then for her oldest birthday,
Yeah. Well done.
we done Barbados, cruise around Barbados. That was last year. I think that was for my birthday, actually. And then this year, we'd done the same trip at different islands, Barbados, for her 70th birthday. Don't really matter, does it?
No.
And while we was on the ship, we booked another one for our 50th golden wedding anniversary.
Oh, lovely.
Which is September 26th.
Well done for remembering the date there, Rich.
Well, I know that we got
So
married in
special
September.
days, special moments, and
And
really
we're
special
in
cruise.
some, because that'll be our fourth one.
Yeah.
They put you in some club or something.
Okay.
Because you've been on a few or something. But,
Yeah.
oh, it's lovely.
Lovely.
We never thought we'd ever be able to do that.
Didn't you? No.
No.
Yeah, God, if you went back to your 16-year-old self, just starting out in the building trade to then say, right, Rich, you're going to fast forward, 50-odd years, mate, and then you're going to be on a
You're
ship.
going to Barbados.
You're Barbados, yeah.
No, brilliant. Love it.
Oh, lovely to hear. Really nice
I
to
mean,
hear.
at the moment, I'm still quite capable of hitching the caravan up and towing it here,
Yeah.
there, and everywhere. So we'll be
Yeah, you
doing
do.
that for
You do that with your friends, with some friends as well, don't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
So
The four of us go away quite a
Family.
bit. We go to Cornwall every year near St Ives, which is lovely. And give me another 4 years, I might not feel like doing that.
Yeah, I hear that. I do hear that
But-
from other people. Yeah,
While I'm fit and able, I should
make
be
the most of it.
doing the caravanning.
Do you, in retirement, like you said, Monday to Friday, working, weekends, Saturday, Sunday, kind of only just chance to see the kids, and then you start again on that kind of rat race. Are you finding now you're spending more time with friends and with mates, or because you've kind of that structure where you would be right, Friday night we're down the pub and we're skittling or whatever, you would see them then. Whereas now, because time is your own, is it? I hear things from different people where they I see them more, or actually I don't.
No. When you get older, you haven't really you've got skill mates,
Yeah,
maybe one or two real good mates, but they got their own life.
yeah,
If you don't arrange a time to see them,
yeah,
you don't actually see them.
yeah. Okay.
It's just me and Rosalind, really.
Yeah.
If we make an arrangement to see Colin and Janet, fair enough. Yeah. But to actually not go out, go out with them. We arrange to go out with them. We don't. It's not like they're not. How can I put it? When you have mates at school, it's different altogether.
Yeah.
You went to school.
Yeah.
You went out to play.
Yeah.
Now, it's things you've got to do
horrible being
together.
old, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just
No, I know. I saw something on Facebook the other day when it's not until someone tells you something that all of a sudden it resonates with you. But it was around a post of a picture of a grown man wearing a new pair of trainers, and his comment was, I'm now of an age where people don't ask if I run quick in my new trainers. And as a kid, you would do, wouldn't you? You'd go, do they make you run fast? And you'd run up and down really fast. And as an adult, we kind of lose all of that kind of childhood or childness about ourselves. But
And an old lady told me, going back, this is a similar sort of story. She told me, I went in, we was doing a building something for her. So I went in, she would like a cup of tea. Yes, please. Sit down. I said, no, you're all right. She said, never stand when you can sit, and never sit when you can lie. And I thought, what a lovely saying.
That rings true in a lot of things, doesn't it? So I want to quickly touch on your hobbies, Rich, and one of the things is your love of cars. So I really didn't think it would be fair if I asked you to come along and do a podcast with me and talk about retirement if we don't touch on it. So, where did your love of cars come from?
Ever since I learned to drive.
Yeah.
My old man used to like cars as well.
Yeah.
But obviously he couldn't afford cars that
Yeah.
weekend. I've wasted
And
a lot of money.
nowadays
I've
it's-
wasted a lot of money on cars.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Do you have
And
a
I get
favourite one?
reminded about it quite a lot by the missus.
Do you? Okay. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Do you have a favourite one? Do you have a favourite car, or is there a dream car you'd like to have to still have on the drive?
oh, yes. The car I got now is my favourite car for a family car
Yeah.
and towing the caravan,
Yeah.
which is a Jaguar F-Pace,
Nice.
whatever.
Yeah.
My favourite, what's the word? Sporty car was a Ford Focus RS,
Wow. Okay.
which the grandkids love
Did they? Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was
What colour was it?
lime green.
Lime green. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I've had orange Focus, black Focus, lime
Nice.
green Focus. But dream car would be a Porsche
Yeah.
if I had the money.
Yeah.
And if I had loads and loads of money, I'd love a classic E-Type Jag.
Right. Okay. Okay.
That'll never happen.
Same.
Oh, you never know.
No, you never. Well, hey, look, I'm your financial advisor, but maybe
Yeah,
it's my job
yeah.
to try and make that
But
money.
one already done's about 120,000.
Yeah, really? Wow. Right. So, quick question: watches then.
Watches.
What would be the watch? Because I know you're quite keen on
Pete,
your watches. But
There's Patek Philippe is one of my favourites.
yeah.
Everybody loves Rolex.
Yeah.
I like AP.
Right. Yeah.
I like them all, really.
Yeah.
I like them all.
Yeah.
A Rolex Daytona, which I got on at the
Nice.
moment.
Very nice.
But if it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it's man's thing is cars and watches.
yeah.
I think, but a lot of people don't like them. No. Because my missus say one watch tell the time as well as any other watch.
But we're women and men are very different in that sense, aren't they? In terms of what's important, what we like and enjoy.
And I've always liked jewellery.
Thankfully.
I've always been a jewellery person.
Yeah.
My father-in-law to say, "Why is a man wearing bracelets?" I said, "It's not bracelets. It's not bracelets, Clive." But there you go.
Yeah. Moving away from hobbies and your time, I just wanted to touch on activity, fitness, if that's okay with you, because from being really physical, lugging blocks around all day, to all of a sudden going to what does your day look like? Maybe a little bit more sedentary, a little bit more kind of sit down a lot, lay down a lot, or you're out and about seeing people. What have you done in your life? Is there anything you've had to do consciously to try and keep the weight off?
Well, I like a pint, like most men.
Yeah.
I love chocolate, like most men. And I have put on a little bit, and I started walking.
Walking, okay. Yeah.
I walk mostly around Petherton.
Yeah.
I haven't done it. I hurt my ankle, so that put the kibosh on it for a little bit. But most days, get up, walk around, get back in, bit of breakfast. If it's horrible weather, I do it in the evening. If it's nice weather, I do it in the morning.
Yeah.
But that's all I do, really, walking to keep fit.
Yeah.
I say a bit of gardening, but Rosin said I don't do the gardening.
Oh.
I make a mess. But
You have got a lovely front garden anyway, when I do see it. So well done. Moving on to the kind of, I say, financial side of retiring, or that journey, that transition from full-time to 3 days and then moving into fully retired. Is there anything you would have done differently?
I probably would have put more money in a pension.
Yeah.
Because when you came up and sorted them, I had 2 smallish ones, and you combined them into one bigger one.
Yeah.
One of them, I think you said you'd never seen before.
Yeah.
Because it would never run out, but it never actually matured very much.
That's right.
But going back probably 20 years ago, when the first sort of laptops come out,
Yeah.
it was either Pearl Man or Potential Man, because that's the two.
Yeah, that's right.
I
You should
had.
knock on the door.
He come there and he sat down on his laptop and said, I should be saving to have the same standard of living as what we had then.
Yeah.
I should have been saving like £100 I don't know if it was a week or a month, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I picked him up on it. I said, well, no, because when I get to 65, I hope both girls should be gone.
Yeah.
I probably won't be as active as I am now.
Sure.
So I don't think I need that sort of money. But I wish I'd have took a little bit more notice because I think, I might be wrong here, but I thought before it came, if you died, the government had all your pension at that time.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm not having that. So then instead of doing that, we started saving in, I think it was PEPs then, was it?
Yeah. Cool.
And then
Yeah.
it's changed over like to ISAs now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But when you'd sorted out my pensions, one of them went, you know, for what I put in,
Yeah.
doubled,
Yeah.
maybe more than doubled.
Yeah.
But the ISAs was only actually, well, it's nice because we had pensions and savings.
Yeah.
But if we'd have put what we put in the ISA, the pension would have been
You could have been in
a good pot.
I hear
really.
that. Yeah. Yeah. I hear that.
But I didn't want to have, going back then when I'd done it, I was probably, we'll say 30 when he came there.
Right. Okay.
When he said to me, you know, you'll have a lump sum of 20,000. Wow. When I was 30.
Yeah, that would have been a
And
lot.
what's £20,000 really?
Yeah,
it's nothing, is it?
No.
You know,
no,
but
with
at the
inflation.
time, and you don't realise from 20 to 65, it's gone and it's gone.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah, you don't believe it. Because when you're a kid, you think, oh, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We haven't got plenty of time.
No. No, life can be quite fragile as well and throw different curveballs, can't it? But it's about making the most of our time while we've got it, I suppose.
Well, that's
and living
right.
every
Like
day
now,
of it.
now retirement.
Yeah.
It's lovely to think. I mean, doing this with you now.
Yeah,
If I was working,
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
No,
You know,
quite true. Quite true. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'd have to say, no, Pete, it'll have to be Sunday morning. And then the missus would say, no, we're going so and so on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
So if there was someone watching this in the building trade or any kind of physical trade, is there any advice? So kind of your advice to them, is it around actually, do you not listen to a financial advisor or try and put a little bit more money into pensions or something that's going to make your money work harder than cash, so to speak, but also
definitely cash is, you should say cash is king, but it ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't king, you know.
And what about the working week? You know,
working
is that
week-
something you would advise them to say?
I wouldn't
Slow down
I
over
wouldn't-
time, or-
Yes, I wouldn't bang stop
Yeah.
because I would slow down gradually.
Yeah.
How I done it, I think how I done it was probably perfect.
Yeah. That's
Because-
nice to hear.
You know, you had 2 days a week off, then I had 4 days a week off.
Yeah.
Now I'm having 7 days a week off, but that's gone through a period of like
5 years.
5
I
years,
suppose,
5,
yeah.
6 years.
Yeah. Good.
And each year from, you know, like 71 now, you know, if I'd done it at 60, that would have been like 6 years ago. I'd have been,
Yeah.
I've been pulling my hair out, I think.
Do you think?
I think I would
yeah,
have done.
Yeah. So picking the right time.
Because
for you
you're from not seeing your missus
then. Yeah.
to seeing her
Careful.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I know
and
that.
her seeing us as well, isn't it? You know, it's about them seeing us.
She's very
you
often
know,
saying to me, about time you went back to bloody work.
Yeah.
But, excuse me.
That's all right.
But
Yeah.
you're under my feet again.
Yeah.
And the more you try and help, the worse it is sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Do you know, Rich? That's it. That's. I'm going to draw it to a close. That's
Brilliant,
been
Pete. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, because I know that's going to be really beneficial to people
Good,
out
good.
there that are going to watch this. You know, shortly or in the future, there's most definitely people out there that need to hear that story of how someone else has successfully retired and enjoyed the time with the friends and family. So, just thank you very much for sharing your story with us.
No worries.
Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Retirement, Your Third Act. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like, and share it with others who might benefit. Until next time, take care.